My drawings are influenced by old photos. I used to spend hours on my computer studying old photos and videos of my childhood. I remember being so captivated and laughing my ass off at stupid stuff I'd do as a kid, reliving those happy memories. Looking back at those old memories now, they feel different and distorted. My perspective has changed now having more knowledge of my family. For the past school year, I've been taking photos of childhood significance and manipulating those images to contain newer meanings. Many of these have contained images of my Uncle Steve. When my grandpa died last year, my uncle, who I was close with, went through a breakdown and stopped making sense. He blamed my grandpa's death on my family. Steve has now become estranged from my family. And at first, I was scared, and I was in denial that my uncle wasn't okay. And then I was very angry with him. But now I just miss him. I miss the walks they would go on, the boat rides he'd take me on, but I have to remind myself that he's still going through stuff, and that he's still not stable enough to hang around with. If I were able to talk to my uncle right now, I would tell him that I miss him very much. My uncle has always supported my artwork and encouraged me to be creative. He would do all sorts of projects with me as a kid, including creating a caricature for hats. The more I revisit old memories of Steve, I realize that the breakdown he had wasn't as random as I thought. The meanings in the photos have changed because the relationships have changed. Maybe over the next 20 years, the meanings in the photos will continue to evolve. In this piece, I felt very angry with my uncle, so I've erased Steve as he's no longer in my life. As a baby, you have no awareness of what's happening, and there's total confusion. The doodles are like hallucinations, and they're nonsensical. They're bleeding into the grass and mixing with reality. In this piece, this is a place where I felt at home and would connect with Steve and my family. Now it's gone. Cracked bridge in the background represents the fractured relationship. The empty chair show an absence of family, and the black fog represents confusion. My uncle taught me how to water ski, and this piece is a happy memory. It's beautiful, because it'll probably never happen again, but that's what makes it precious. I continued working with old photos in a series called Boredom. These pieces are about the time and freedom you have as a kid. As kids, we're able to just lie there and not have to do about anything. We don't have any worries, we can just be bored. Having nothing to do is freedom, and I didn't realize how wonderful that freedom was as a kid, but I do now. I did this piece of my grandpa from this old photo. What I didn't realize was as a kid, was that my grandpa was in the early stages of dementia when this photo was taken. This piece is called Bob the Escape Artist. As his dementia progressed, my grandpa forgot who we were and would try to escape all the time. It came to a point where my grandma, to keep him safe, had to get a locksmith to lock up the house from the inside. But eventually, he would find a way out. He remembered where he lived as a boy with his parents and would find his way back there. This is a face of a master escape artist. Learning about the struggles of people that love and care for me has changed the way I look at old photos. And they now have so much more meaning to me. When I revisit the old photos, I can see how my perspective has changed since I was a child. Redrawing the old photos makes me more aware of how art helps me better understand what's going on around me. Art is a good coping mechanism for me to help make better sense of my world.